This video deals primarily with developing a thesis statement from the topics that you have been given. In Blackboard, in the research packet, which is in course documents, you can print out a copy of the full research packet. You'll see that at the top of it you have a list of topics that have been given. Each one of the topics here is an argumentative essay topic, which means that it's going to have two sides to the issue. You're either going to be for it or against it. And what your paper is going to do is to develop that idea of that argument and fully explain using support from outside sources. Each one of the topics that are listed here is going to be the topics that you'll have to choose from to write your research paper. You'll only pick one of them, but what I would like for you to do, if you go into Blackboard, look at the Research Notes PowerPoint. You're to open that up, read through it, and on slide 3 it tells you first of all to start out, simply Google information about that topic. Go into the Google website or any search engine and try to see whether or not you can find relevant information on that topic, to see if the topic is something that's controversial, that has more than one side. Because you want to be able to take a side on that issue, but you also want to be able to have enough information to support which side it is that you're taking. What issues still specifically exist with the topic that you've chosen? Each one of these topics here has an issue that you can take and develop into an argument. Are you going to be for it or against it? You won't know until you're able to go into the websites and actually look and see if there's information out there on the topic. Once you've gone through and Googled information on the topic, then you're going to have your topic progress into an argument, and your paper is going to be the argument paper that helps support what it is that you're going to say on the side of the issue that you're on. Your topic will progress into an argument that's going to be your thesis statement. And in composition classes, you've learned that the thesis statement is going to be the main focus of what your paper is about. The thesis statement, by definition, advances a conclusion that the writer defends and expands the topic into a scholarly proposal that's defended throughout the course of the paper. The thesis statement is the focus, it's the purpose, and it actually tells which side of the issue that you're on whenever you're responding to the questions that are given in the research packet. Is the Social Security benefit a cause of America's debt? Do you think that it is or it isn't? If you think that it is, then your thesis statement is going to say that you believe that it is a cause of America's debt and provide some type of supporting information that you'll develop throughout the course of this paper. So the thesis statement does the same thing in the research paper that it does in any essay. It just simply focuses what it is that you're going to write on. Now, in developing a thesis statement, your thesis statements are going to have to respond to the questions that are given here. But the responses are going to be written in a way that they don't say, yes, I think Social Security is a cause of America's debt, or no, the government should not place restrictions on the internet. Yes, I think the United States can derive a significant amount of energy from wind. You're going to answer this question using the third person, meaning that you can't have any I, me, my, mine. You can't say, you will understand that the government should place restrictions on internet content. You can't use any second person. You're going to answer this using the third person, presenting your response to this question. Your thesis has to actually tell which side of the issue that you're on in response to the questions that you're given. Now, the two examples that are in the Research Notes PowerPoint deal specifically with global warming and sex education programs, and I want you to look at the way that these are worded and the direction that these papers are taking. Global warming is a hot button issue that's been around for the last 10 or 15 years, where many people think that global warming does exist and that it's causing problems with the earth, and many people think that it's something that's just made up by politicians. This thesis statement says rising temperatures, melting polar ice caps, and severe storms are all problems resulting from global warming. Now, your topic is mentioned in the thesis statement because, of course, your thesis statement is the focus of the paper, and you definitely want to mention your topic. But this particular person is taking the angle that the temperatures, the melting ice caps, and storms are all problems that result from global warming. So we know that this person believes global warming actually exists because the direction that the paper is taking is saying, here's the problems that are all results of global warming. So the thesis statement is going to focus the paper in that direction. Every source that the person looks up is going to have to support this thesis statement. So if you have people or sources that you look up that say that global warming doesn't exist or global warming is all in the mind of certain people, you would not use that source because that would not support what this thesis statement is actually saying. This next thesis statement deals with teenage pregnancies and sex education programs, and the wording is abstinence-only sex education programs can decrease and prevent the number of instances of teenage pregnancies. Now, we know teenage pregnancy is a problem in our state and it's a problem nationwide, but lots of schools are starting to develop these sex education programs that preach abstinence only. And some people believe that if you actually teach abstinence only, that you're causing more problems because that's going to make people be more interested in having sex, especially at a younger age. So this thesis statement here, after this person went through and Googled the topic and looked up information, he decided that he was going to take the focus and say that abstinence-only sex education programs can decrease and prevent the number of instances of teenage pregnancies. This person found lots of good information that actually explained that abstinence-only programs are beneficial. They can decrease. They can help prevent people and students specifically from becoming pregnant. So all of the supporting information for this is going to say sex education programs are a good thing. This person would not look up any sources that's going to say that sex education programs are problematic, that they don't answer the question, because this person wants to try to prove what his thesis is saying here. It answers the question, is abstinence-only sex education programs, are abstinence-only sex education programs beneficial? The answer is yes, they can decrease and prevent the number of instances of teenage pregnancies.